Good evening. I think it's Melody Manager Day 7. I decided last week that I was going to do a live every day in January. And then I decided on the weekend that it didn't need to be every day because the weekends are for rest. So I had my Melbot do the weekend. So I'm going to do lives every weekday, which makes a lot more sense. And today, first of all, what is the Melody Manager? It is um, a new brand that I've been developing for a long time. And really, it's what we've already been doing, but the messaging had to change a bit. We help purpose driven, visionary female founders, leaders, entrepreneurs find very high level executive support. We teach them how to work together. We talk about things that nobody else talks about, like the psychological load and that you carry. Even if you delegate your mental load to somebody else, there's still a psychological load that we carry, and we kind of have to get over it, and that involves like growth. And it's a lot. And what I try to do is to make it as easy as possible for women, because we need this kind of support. The reason I have executive support is because I like doing certain things and I don't like doing other things. I fight anything to do with anything that's boring. I don't like to do that part. And anything that's repetitive, don't love that. The usual things that entrepreneurs deal with. So I've created a lot of systems and structure to support my areas of weakness with better executive support. Um, what was I talking about? Oh, I just wanted to run you through my day today. And this was it's Monday, average day. And at the end of the day, I was feeling like, oh, I didn't get anything done. I never get anything done. And then when I started looking back at what I did today, I realized that it's because I am doing a lot of things that are not business during work hours. And I don't work as many hours as one might. So this morning, I started by holding a baby, my little nephew, for a couple of hours. And then I went into a meeting with Denise, my operations manager. And then I went to another meeting. And then I went to pick up my son from school. But I can't just pick him up because then I have to drive him back an hour and a half later. Otherwise, he stays at school till 7 o'clock at night. And I don't think that's the best. And then I came home from that. And I mean, Matt, actually, I shouldn't lie. I picked him up from school and then I dropped him off at school. I was getting confused because we drive him to and from school 4 times a day, and Matt takes two and I take two. So I didn't lie. I did drive him back to school. And now it's 7 o'clock. Now I'm going to my parents because I'm going to help my grandmother with her shower and her bed sheets. And these are all things that I do because I want to, and I want to spend time with people. I want to give my time to people around me. Tomorrow, another busy day. I'm starting my, what is that called? The Business Accelerator group. I'm very excited about that. In case you didn't see my news last week, I got accepted to a local business accelerator for experienced business owners, and I'm really honored and excited to be a part of this 7 week um, accelerator, I guess. It's hard to explain to non-business people what an accelerator. It's just something that is going to help me be really focused in on how to grow my business or deal with the parts that aren't working right now in an accelerated way. But I have that tomorrow. I remember looking at my schedule and being like, how am I going to get all that done? Still picking up my son every day, bringing him back to school. So how do we do that? And then at the end of the day, I also created, redid the slide deck for my sales person. That's a lot of things to pack into one day. And yet I still felt like I didn't make progress because my list are always, always, always hundreds of tasks long, which is not helpful when you have big dreams and a big vision and you're trying to, you know, create an impact in the world in some way, it's a really slow process day to day, especially when, there's other people involved. Just because I have support does not mean that it's always perfect or it works perfectly. That's not ever what I would promise anybody with the Melody Manager Agency or Home Service VA, because people are involved and we are imperfect and it's always an ebb and flow. But after I looked at my whole day, I realized I did a lot. I did a lot for the people that I love and that I care about. I forgot. I also talked to my friend Jasmine for 30 minutes. So I got a lot in, and I should probably feel pretty good about that. I think sometimes my business brain makes me feel less than, because in my stubborn part of my head, I believe that I should have done more. I should always be doing more. But but it's a battle because I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good partner, a good friend. This weekend, I was thinking I'm going to do all the work, and then I got to the weekend and I hung out with my friend on Emily all day on Saturday, and we had an adventure. And then Sunday, I forgot it's football day. For my husband and I, we go to a local bar and hang out with friends sometimes. And then it was my son's banquet. It's never ending things because that's life anyway. But if that was if I didn't have the support built around me, the structure, the systems, it would not work. And I can say that even though my first instinct is to feel like, oh, I didn't do enough, I did plenty today. I'm about to go do more. And it's not about the doing. I like being lazy too. I like sitting and watching Netflix at times also, but it's more about like, am I going to feel good that I drove my son and also probably drove him crazy? Am I going to feel good about spending time with grandma and spending time with that little angel baby this morning? Of course, these are the things that fill me up. And I want all women who are striving for bigger things, but also who are struggling, because trust me, all women struggle with this. I've not met a woman, no matter what they say, who does not struggle with this, because balance is not, I don't believe in it. I just don't think it's possible. Not the way that we think of balance. It's not real. But I've been on the back end of, many personal conversations with very high level women who have done amazing things. They also feel this way, like I don't get enough done. So first of all, we have to cut ourselves some slack because we do so much stuff. We do so much. And then secondly, we have to start using systems. So one of my systems is that I really try to time block my week based on my energy, based on what I like and don't want to do. And I really try hard to think of how I can actually successfully go through a week. And a week changes, like every week is different. I have, Max has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. There's always stuff for life in there. But I like to think of how can I set myself up for success. The other thing is, there's work I'm going to have to do for this accelerator. I'm also in another sales and marketing 6-month program with a group called POD, which I'm really excited about. But I only have 5 months to do all of this stuff, and we've already made great progress. But that's supposed to be my main job right now, sales and marketing. So that is going to take focus and attention. That's why I joined a co-working space, to get out of my house. Although I love my house, even though it's messy, but that's what I see. I'll see the mess, and then I won't want to I'll feel either like I feel right now, which is overwhelmed by the mess, or I will start cleaning the mess. But Matt will tell you I won't start cleaning the mess, but he won't know that I do. I do start, I just don't finish. The point is, I get distracted at home, even in my office sometimes. So it's really nice when I can just go away from here to a really nice co-working space where they have coffee and tea and other humans, and just sit and work, like, and be focused about it. and it's in my calendar. Like, that's really important. I haven't been talking about it a lot, but I've been trying to go to the gym with Matt since Thanksgiving. Not Thanksgiving, I'm sorry. I just thought of it's November, beginning of November. And it's really hard to fit that into my day because I don't want to go. I'm not one of those gym folk who's just really excited to go or something. Matt loves, he says he doesn't love going. He loves going to the gym. I'm not that kind of person, but I don't mind going once I'm there, and then I'm happy I went after. So really, I have to fit that in somewhere. And tonight, it might be on my way home from grandma's, and it might be at like 8:30 at night, maybe 9. So I won't stay there forever, but if I don't go, then I'll just continue to not go. There's a lot of things I want to fit into my life right now, and I have the space to do it. My kids are older now. I remember how desperately I wanted space when they were younger. And also, I knew that they were going to grow up so fast. Well, mostly Max, because I grew up with Sophia, but with Max, I was always hyper aware that he's growing up fast. And I'm still aware of that because he's 16 now, and he's 16. That's all that I need to say about that. But I really understand that like those parts of my life are more important than anything else. And it takes a lot of juggling. It takes a lot of planning and like actually taking the time to do the planning. Um, but it's worth it if we do that. And so bringing it back to Melody Manager, I'm not really doing a great job of advertising the thing that we're doing. I'm just trying to educate people and also talk about the things that might not change when you get executive support. You have to remember you are who you are, and it's best to plan. And this is how we do it. We plan around you. Like, we want to know, what is your energy? What are you going to fight against? We ask this question, like, what are you going to resist? We need to know this so that we can set your assistant up for success and set you up for success. So, oh, it's 12 minutes and I have to go visit grandma now. So anyway, tomorrow I will do this earlier. I say that every single time and then I forget till the end of the day, no matter if I have timers set or not. But I am for real this time going to do it earlier tomorrow so that my brain is more alive. Are there things that you are are there things that you get caught up in when it comes to your day to day? Do you feel like you're a success every day, or not every day even? Do you feel like you're successful in juggling all of the things as a woman? And if you're a man, do you feel successful juggling all the things as a woman? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow if I know how to turn it off.